Our next lesson is about evaluating expressions. Evaluating expressions, evaluating is another word for solving. And the only way you can evaluate an expression is if you actually know what all of your variables are. Evaluate means you come up with one answer. So if we were evaluating these expressions, we have to be told what B and A are, which we have been. So our B is 10 and A is 2. So if I would have to substitute those numbers in place of our variables. So if I know that B is 10, this, instead of being 3 times B, this is now 3 times 10. And then 2 times A, we would actually have 2 times 2. Now that I have all numbers, I can figure out what the answer is. So 3 times 10 is 30. 2 times 2 is 4. So I know that 30 minus 4 is 26. If I evaluate this expression, the answer would be 26. The next example, 6a plus 4b. If we have a number and a letter right next to each other, that means multiplication. So 6 times a, that's 6 times 2, plus 4 times b, that's also 4 times 10, because we know that b is 10. 6 times 2 is 12. 4 times 10 is 40. So we would just have to do 12 plus 40, which would be 52. The next example, this one is actually a little bit different because it has a variable squared. And remember, the variable just means that number times itself. So in this example, we have 4 times 2, but that 2 is squared. We'll come back to that in just a second. And then b is 10, so minus 10. So when we have a number that's squared, that means times itself. So we're looking to do 2 times 2, which is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. And then we have to multiply it times this 4 outside the parentheses. So 4 times 4 is 16. And then minus 10, 16 minus 10 is 6.